former advisor to Kamala Harris to fill the Senate seat left open when Senator Dianne Feinstein died late last week at the age of 90 after battling a series of illnesses. Some Republican members in the House want to fire Kevin McCarthy as House Speaker.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy could not rely on GOP members alone to pass the stopgap spending bill, and because he reached across the aisle, Congressman Gaetz said this weekend that he's making good on a threat to vacate against the speaker this week. And he says he's got backup for that.
Fox's Alexandra Hoff reporting. European Union foreign ministers meeting this hour in Kyiv. Russia's war in that nation stretches into its 19th month, and no winner of the Powerball jackpot this weekend means tonight's jackpot is at least $1.04 billion. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
And a good Monday morning to y'all. The first day of the first Monday of October. We're now in the second day of October.
I know.
What happened to the rest of it?
I don't know.
Of the year? Something happened. I guess I got lost. I don't know. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barris.
And welcome to the live and local edition here on Freedom 97.1. And we'll be on 11:20 a.m. shortly, if we're not already there. And for you folks who might be listening to us on radio, but you get out of range or whatever, Simple Radio app is a great one to have. Just look for WSME, search for that. You can also pick us up on Facebook. We've got our channel here, and we got a channel on YouTube, all running simultaneously. And of course, WSME971.com all the time. Did I get them all?
Yes.
You did excellent.
Good. Thank you. Well, the U.S. government has not closed down. In an 11th hour vote to approve the budget, a absence.
I'll take it.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's tax dollars. Because they would not have been reported, have been paid retroactively whenever the budget would have eventually been adopted. That in itself is a crock to me. And the political extremists on both sides know it. Anyway, we're good to go for about 6 weeks. The threat of that federal government shutdown suddenly lifted late Saturday as President Joe Biden signed a temporary funding bill to keep agencies open with little time to spare after this deal. The package drops aid to Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it does. A White House priority opposed by a growing number of Republican lawmakers, but increases federal disaster assistance by $60 billion, meeting Biden's full request. The bill funds government until November 17th. That's it. 6 more weeks. And then we're going to do it all over again. After chaotic days of turmoil in the House, Speaker Kevin McCarthy abandoned demands for steep spending cuts from his right flank and instead relied on Democrats to pass the bill at risk to his own job. The Senate followed in final passage, closing a whirlwind day at the Capitol. House Republicans are preparing a motion to expel fellow Representative Matt Gaetz amid his renewed threat to pursue a motion to vacate House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. The House Republican members will seek to expel Gaetz if the Ethics Committee report comes back with findings that he's acted irrationally. Gaetz told CNN State of the Union host Jake Tapper that Kevin McCarthy's goal was to make multiple contradictory promises to delay everything back up against shutdown politics, and at the end of the day, blow past the spending guardrails he had agreed. The House Ethics Committee has been investigating Gaetz since 2021 on allegations including campaign finance violations, as well as claims of taking bribes and using drugs, accusations, of course, the congressman has denied. Gaetz also denies allegations leaked from a Justice Department sex trafficking probe said to have involved an underage girl. This guy's a mess. The problem the Republicans have are that any loss of one member of the House would make it a vote to oust McCarthy pretty close, given that all Democrats and a handful of Republicans would likely support the recall effort. I'm sure it was. I was just reading along on Facebook. I mean, on the Fox News and NBC News. Oh,
Adult people acting like children. They anchor their words. One congressman got up there and started cussing, and they had to tell him there was no profanity allowed. It got out of hand several times.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Then you got that Jamal Bowman, representative, Democrat out of New York,
Yes.
stunned conservatives and members of the media Sunday after releasing multiple statements about pulling the fire alarm in a congressional office building the day before. He pulled the alarm while lawmakers were voting on a bill to avoid a government shutdown. Bowman said in a statement that he was rushing to cast his vote on the bill and the door would not open, so he reached over and pulled the fire alarm. Huh? Bowman's chief of staff said that Bowman did not realize he would trigger an alarm. He thought it would open the door. Okay. My opinion, this congressman is either a rotten liar or he's stupid and certainly should not be representing any people in any district in these United States. He's not qualified.
Could be a combination of both.
Hopefully the House leadership will deal with this man one way or the other.
Just to let you know, we're not broadcasting live on Facebook right now.
What happened?
Seems to be a lost of. No, I'm going to end this one and restart.
Well, just hold on just a
a
second.
new one.
Have you checked? Where have you checked?
I checked my computer, my telephone, even had a listener
Give us a
leave a
second.
message, and
Right.
it's showing that our first broadcast has ended. So
Well, let's see.
all right. Let me see.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, YouTube is live.
Yep.
So it's just Facebook.
Well, you can restart Facebook.
We're going to restart
without
Facebook.
restarting YouTube. Okay. Yeah, it's down. You got the first couple minutes, but before the show actually got on the air. Maybe they shut it off again. Who knows? Who knows? How was your weekend, Kelly? You went to see Mama.
Yeah,
Everything good?
it was good.
Okay.
40's a mess, but it was good.
We're always a mess.
Oh, this was it. They shut it down from exit 229, right, almost into Greensboro till Monday, till this morning, and from Friday. It was a complete detour. So if you were headed that way this weekend, I hope people had weren't in a hurry, because it was, I mean, they had it completely blocked, like gate guards up, the cops were there blocking it. You couldn't get through probably a 12-mile section if you wanted to. You had a detour on 85 South. It was messy.
Okay, it's Facebook. Facebook is frozen. So it's not us. We're up and running, but Facebook is frozen.
Yeah. Systems out there in the hot Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of them's fading fast. Former tropical storm Rina has lost much of its power, or has become a disorganized tropical cyclone. 5 o'clock this morning, maximum sustained winds were 38 miles per hour. Rina is moving towards the north and will soon disappear from the charts. Tropical storm Philippe is packing winds of 50 miles per hour and is moving northwest at 7 miles per hour. Philippe is expected to turn towards the north Tuesday through Thursday and then become powerful enough to reach hurricane status, minimal, number one, as it turns towards the northeast away from Lannis, as it should pass east of Bermuda during the morning hours on Saturday. So, and there's nothing else showing out there at this time. Yay.
Okay.
But back to our west. They're possibly, they're going to have some, maybe even some snow up in the higher elevations. They're going to have some thunderstorms, large hail damaging winds, and maybe a brief tornado for the southern high plains. That's today. Colorado, Wyoming, and the Dakotas could also see a few storms with damaging wind and a lot of heavy rain. The snow starts falling across the higher elevations of the Rockies. Snow continues Tuesday in those high elevations. The highest elevations across Utah could see up to a foot of snowfall.
Nope.
Wow.
They can keep
Good.
that.
No, I don't want it. Don't. Nah. So I don't know how far east it will make it. They usually tend to move up towards the northeast as they come in from that direction this time of year. So that would be good. Just go away from us, whatever.
All right.
Yeah, what else we got cooking? New York State Governor Kathy Hochul, yesterday she was in the nation. She called on Congress to limit who can cross the border into the United States, saying it's too open right now. Oh, really? How about that? It's too open.
Who says it?
Of New York.
Ha! Imagine that.
Yes, she's the one who called for the sanctuary state and all that sort of good stuff, sanctuary city, did all sorts of cool stuff. And now they're being loaded with them, and they've got them taking up valuable space, and they don't know what to do with them. They want us, they want the rest of the country to contribute money, tax dollars.
I don't want to give the state of New York.
They want you to give it. They want it to be taken from you.
Well, once
by
again,
the
I would
IRS.
protest that.
Yeah, you can protest it all you want. Ironically, repeating what congressional Republicans have long demanded from the Biden administration, Hochul made the plea during her appearance on CBS Face the Nation. CBS host Margaret Brennan noted there were no border provisions in the federal spending deal struck by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy this weekend to avoid a government shutdown, asking Hochul what she would want Congress to get done in the next 45 days. Well, she says, shame on Speaker McCarthy and the Republicans, including the 9 from New York State who are complaining like crazy about the migrants, but refuse to work with President Biden and come up with a sensible border security strategy. Wait a minute.
He had no border security strategy. How stupid is
He
this
has
lady?
a czar that hasn't done anything.
Correct.
So
Don't. Oh no, lady.
What?
Oh no, little Democrat New York governor.
Don't go putting it back on
Do
anybody
not
else.
try to put them in. Oh, this is another example of you get what you wished for.
Yep.
This, just like the whole defund the police backfired on all those little liberal cities that
Yep.
like, we hate the police, we can do it ourselves, skyrocketed. This right here, New York, you're getting what you asked for. You were just thought, let's open up our doors, let's let them in. And
And-
they actually came, and now you can't handle it. Oh, no, lady.
They were
And-
sent by Texas Governor Abbott,
Mhm.
and who also sent a bunch to the Windy City,
I think
Chicago.
I don't have
And
a problem with
you
it.
know where they are, don't you? You know where a bunch of those migrants, they bring them in for about a week to 10 days,
Mhm.
and they sleep in the airport.
That's what she's upset about. Her city has become nothing but a camp.
Huh.
It's horrible.
What I think it is some of her donors are now complaining. What the problem? I don't know what these people thought. This is how stupid their train of thought is right here. And I mean, this is just like Seattle, Portland with their crazy nonsense. Look at what the problems they're facing. Get what you asked for.
25,000 migrants have arrived in New York since last year.
Yep.
125,000.
And here's the best part: none of these people vote. So I think they thought we're going to get them in, we'll house them,
Mhm.
and they'll vote. First, they don't vote.
Hochul recently secured a deal with the Biden administration to expedite work authorizations and delayed deportations for Venezuelans seeking asylum. Is that what we really want?
No.
Hochul activated an additional 150 National Guard members last week to address the migrant crisis and help with case management to get asylum seekers work permits. The move increased the total number of troops dedicated to this mission to 2,200.
See, I don't think it's the job of the National Guard personally
Nope.
to help people, asylum seekers who are here illegally, get work, because once again, the flawed misconception that they're actually, a lot of these people going to contribute to society. They're not. Understand, their money goes right back
It
to
does.
where they're from. It doesn't keep it here.
I was privy to a construction site. It's been about 20 years ago in Swansboro. I visited the site a couple of occasions. The workers were Mexicans.
Mhm.
They had one guy, the foreman, who could speak English. They worked for the foreman. They did not work for the guy who had the contract to do the work.
Mhm.
And the foreman told me and several other people, the guys take their money, and every couple of weeks they'll swoop back to Mexico.
Mhm.
Another group will come in.
Yeah.
And we put them to work. They've got a racket going.
They
back and
absolutely
forth.
have a racket going. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing to me the amount of individuals who actually think that they plan to. Let me back up. Some of them don't even want to be citizens. To be clear, they come here because here than they do back home. They don't put their money back into our economy.
No, well, they don't even pay taxes on it.
That's
You
my
understand
point.
that?
No, they don't. This is what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
don't contribute to our economy at all.
They are paid under the table for the most part.
Yes.
And this foreman at the job site, he confessed that to me.
Oh, I
He
have
was
a,
given a block of money
Mhm.
to pay them, and he paid them less than minimum wage, but more than they were making in Mexico. But no money taken out.
no money was taken. And some of these places actually get, what's even better, some of these places are actually getting grants to, quote, help them. I mean, this is how flawed our system is. And the only thing all that's doing is lining American citizens' pockets. They're getting the grants, but these people aren't contributing. I mean, the delusional thinking is so why? Why?
I cannot figure it out. Let's take a break, do a little bit of weather. You're live in Local Real Talk, Frito 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME. We'll be right back with weather. And then after that, we'll love to talk to you. I've given you plenty to react to this morning. You got something to say? Let's say it. 910-333-0139. 910-333-0139. While the Miss Facebook Queen over there is trying to get the Facebook operational again. Is running? Okay. Well, it's back on the air. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Everyone loves shopping online. Well, I'm going to tell you what I tell my golf buddies when they buy clubs. Stop searching for coupon codes. Download Capital One Shopping to your computer. Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them at checkout. Plus, it's free, and you don't even need a Capital One card to use it. That's like hitting a hole in one without even trying. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet?
Savings and available coupons vary. Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. You're driving along and some nimrod cuts you off. You hit the horn. Jeez, it sounds like a goose in distress. Time to head over to eBay Motors. They have horns for every make and model, not to mention horn pads, steering wheels, wiring, and more. 122 million parts. You can even go for an upgrade. Looks like Mr. Cutoff Man needs a new seat cover. Try eBay Motors, pal. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series. These lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility, and designed to deliver a premium cut. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and find out how the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series is tailored to help unlock all the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer. Mills International Incorporated at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years with 2 locations, Richlands and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Safety on the highways begins with your tires. Before you hit the highway this upcoming holiday season, visit Battlefield Tire Pros, 103 North Road, Highway 24 in Swansboro, and let them inspect your tires for your peace of mind before traveling. Since 1963, Battlefield Tire Pros have served our community and military neighbors with name brands such as Michelin, Uniroyal, Firestone, Goodyear, and many others, including a good selection of used tires. They also carry lawnmower tires, four-wheeler tires, and alignment service is available by appointment. Save time and money by skipping the dealerships and big box stores and let locally owned and operated Battlefield Tire Pros handle all your tire needs. Battlefield Tire Pros at the corner of North Road and Highway 24 in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Phone 910-326-4178 or visit online battlefieldtirepros.com.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor Service Agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deal on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Outboard motor getting to be less reliable every time you take it out. Not enough power, perhaps, for your boat, or you may just have a need for speed. Tideline has a solution for that condition. American made, American power, from the only outboards that are made in the USA. And Tideline is proud to be a Mercury outboard dealer. If you're looking for a small motor for your dinghy, a mid-size motor for your skiffs, or perhaps you're in the market for a 300 horsepower or even larger outboard motor, drop in, see George or Todd. Tideline just might have the motor you need in stock. If not, the Tideline Dream Team will get one on order right away. American made, American power, Mercury's, and so much more, from fancy lures and fishing poles to parts if you're one of those do-it-yourselfers. Of course, Tideline has a staff of technicians if you prefer not to take a chance. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Got a small craft advisory in effect through Wednesday evening, today and tomorrow. Northeasterly winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts to 25, seas 5 to 7 feet. Dominant period 11 seconds. Sounds and rivers will be choppy. And on Wednesday, northeasterly winds 15 to 20 continue with gust up to 25 knots. Seas easing off a wee bit, 4 to 6 feet, and 2 to 3 near shore. Adjacent sounds and rivers are choppy.
Today, sunny, high of 82. Winds 5 to 9 miles an hour, but gusts as high as 15 miles an hour today. Clear, low of 59. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 80. Tomorrow night, clear, low of 58. And on Wednesday, sunny, high of 80. Looks like it's going to be in the 80s all week.
Until the snowfall gets here from the Rockies.
It's not going to come here. No.
A North Carolina company is being forced to cough up a lot of money because they got caught doing bad stuff with companies in foreign countries. In a news release from the U.S. Department of Justice, Albemarle Corporation, a publicly traded specialty chemicals manufacturing company headquartered in Charlotte, has agreed to pay more than $218 million to resolve investigations by the DOJ and the Securities and Exchange Commission into violations of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. It all stems from Albemarle's participation in corrupt schemes to pay bribes to government officials in multiple foreign countries. Go figure. According to the company's admission, between 2009 and 2017. Albemarle, through its third-party sales agents and subsidiary employees, conspired to pay bribes to government officials to obtain and retain chemical catalyst business with state-owned oil refineries in Vietnam, Indonesia, and India. Albemarle obtained profits of nearly $95,000. Back it up. Profits of nearly $98 million as a result of the scheme. Okay, so they made almost $1 million, but it's going to cost them more than $200 million in fines. That return on the investment didn't work out too good.
No, it didn't.
Shame on them. Shame on them. That's, we need to keep our business at home. We need to do business with the people here at home.
Yeah, we have so many businesses closing down. We had another furniture store in North Carolina. That's quite a few of them now.
Yeah.
We get our couches off of Amazon in a box.
Yep.
Put it together.
The Islamic Republic of Iran's representative in Lebanon issued the first public announcement of the Iranian regime's role in the mass murder of American military and diplomatic personnel in the early 1980s in Beirut. In case you've forgotten, 200 Marines from Camp Lejeune were killed that day. The Middle East Media Research Institute, ME, located and translated the bombshell interview with Saeed Issa Tabatabai, who serves as the representative of the Iranian supreme leader in Lebanon. The state-controlled Islamic Republic news agency quickly scrubbed the damning disclosure that Tabatabai made about Iran's role in the suicide bombings of Americans, but MEMRI preserved a copy. Iran and its chief strategic ally, the U.S.-designated terrorist movement Hezbollah in Lebanon, have been blamed for bombing the U.S. Embassy in Beirut in 1983, in which 63 people, including 17 Americans, were murdered, and dual suicide truck bombers blew up the barracks and French members of a multinational force in Lebanon in 1983. 220 U.S. Marines, 18 U.S. Navy sailors, and 3 U.S. Army soldiers lost their lives. 58 French troops were also murdered in that terrorist attack. What a revelation. Yeah, well, we knew it. We just hadn't been able to prove it. Now we can prove it. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, deplorables. How we doing?
Doing fine, Mr. Adorable. Hope you are.
Everybody all right?
Yeah, so.
Okay, so instead of worrying about the New York governor, you should worry about the New York State Attorney General, Letitia James. She's seeking $250 million in damages and a ban on Trump and his sons from running business in New York, and a 5-year commercial real estate ban. Now, that's what you got to talk about.
We've been talking about that one.
You should get Teresa, your listener, that she voted for Trump 2 times because he's a good businessman. Maybe she should keep an eye on this trial, and when it's finished, she can come and tell us how good of a businessman he is.
Well, let's keep our eye. That's what I'm waiting for.
Okay. Plus, he filed for 7 bankruptcies. One bankruptcy was almost $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Lee.
Yes, Thea.
Good morning, baby.
Good morning.
How are you? Are you up yet?
Well, I've just been busy on the computer trying to catch up things here.
Yeah. Did we find out what's wrong with the quarterback from Jacksonville?
Not yet. They did not play last week, so they're not going to say anything. Maybe Thursday we'll hear something.
Yeah.
Chris Miller doesn't know?
No, I doubt it. They're not going to tell him.
The coaches aren't talking.
So we don't know if he's playing this week.
We do not know. We won't know until Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, he's the junior quarterback too. They do have the senior quarterback, so no worries. We're going to beat Havelock Friday night.
Okay, I'm worrying about the kids getting hurt. That's what I'm worrying about. All right, I just want to know what's wrong with him. When you find out, please let us know.
We will.
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay,
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Speaking of high school sports, football. Last Friday night, Richlands 28 over Swansboro, who had 7. White Oak beat Croatan 49 to Nut. Junior High 58. Jones Senior 14. Southwest 56. Kinston 18. West Carteret 42. Dixon 21. J.H. Rose 36 over Northside, who had 6. Havelock, this is the game we're going to be.
I'm scared.
29, D.H. Connolly, 7.
I'm scared.
That should have been a fairly easy win for Havelock, as we heard the other day.
Yes.
The Cardinals of
that's true.
Jacksonville will travel to Havelock Friday night to take on the Rams. Jacksonville is 5-0 for the season. Havelock right now is 5-1. But that could change. To be the one loss that Havelock has is with the Bears of
And
New
you were
Bern,
right.
and they have gotten some right now whether they're even going to let them have any wins.
That's right.
They may scrub this loss for Havelock and take it away from New Bern, and that would put Havelock and Jacksonville tied at 5-0.
And it was also said that the 5 players that were suspended that last Friday, when they were getting ready to play Jacksonville, that they're not eligible to return to January, which football
I'll take
season
care
will
of
be over with.
that thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe
So,
they can play other sports.
That's a hard lesson.
Yeah.
Hard lesson.
From the stats I looked at over the weekend, the Rams prefer running to passing. The Cards will have to be ready for a rushing game. They had a lot of yardage on the field, on the ground, and did not do a lot of passing. So that's something else to take a look at, of course. Okay. Let's see where we're going to go here. Yeah. You heard it on Fox News a few minutes ago. The Governor Gavin Newsom of California, he named Democratic strategist LaFonza Butler as Senator Dianne Feinstein's replacement in the U.S. Senate after the longtime Democrat senator died last week at the age of 90. Butler will finish the remainder of Feinstein's term in Washington ahead of the 2024 election. In general, in a statement, the governor described Butler as an advocate for women and girls, a second-generation fighter for working people, and a trusted advisor to Vice President Harris. Butler, president of Emily's List and former advisor to Vice President Kamala Harris' presidential campaign, will be the only Black woman serving in the U.S. Senate and the first openly LGBTQ plus lawmaker to represent the Golden State in the upper chamber. Emily's List is a political organization that works to elect Democrat women who support abortion access. Butler's Emily's List biography had listed her residence as Silver Spring, Maryland, earlier Sunday evening, but it was removed from the profile shortly after it was announced she would be appointed to the position from California. An FEC filing from August 31st also showed a Maryland address.
Interesting.
So already we got some kind of stuff. So is she from Michigan? I mean, is she from California, or is she from Maryland?
Well,
Sunday morning she was from Maryland. That's where the address that she had listed.
and then it changed.
And then it just disappeared.
Wow. It's always
So I would like to, maybe we should go check her.
some of the states you can go in there and check, and other states you
Yeah,
have to request it.
Maryland, I wonder.
Oh, I can look.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. This was one to go get you going, girls. A British Airways pilot was suspended and eventually fired after he was reported for drinking and using cocaine the night before a return flight to London. Mike Beaton, a pilot with British Airways, had a night off after a flight to Johannesburg last month that he used to indulge in large amounts of alcohol and snort cocaine off the chest of a topless woman.
Eh?
Beaton, a married father of one, according to the report, revealed his night of to a fellow crew member before a return flight to London, telling her that he had been a very naughty boy during an exchange of text messages. The pilot reportedly told the flight attendant in the text message that he had met two local, a Welsh woman and a young Spanish bird, quote unquote, his words, at a Johannesburg nightclub the night before, when they engaged in hours of drinking and eventually found themselves at one of the men's apartment. The pilot continued to boast that the girls were dancing topless when someone arrived with cocaine, leading him to take a bump of the drug himself. When the pilot tried to fly the next day, the crew member, the flight attendant, reported his wild night out to the airline, causing British Airways the 12-hour flight to Heathrow back in London, and ended up costing the airline about $120,000. Beaton was reportedly suspended while still in Johannesburg and flown back to London as a passenger on another flight. Once there, he tested positive for the cocaine and was fired on the spot. It's a good thing this idiot bragged about his evening of stupidity. Otherwise, he may have been in control of a couple of hundred passengers and a crew at the beat.
Oh, wow.
Makes you wonder.
Yeah, it does.
Liz LaFonza Butler from California.
Yep.
For 15 years, she must have lived there at least 15 years because she's was the former leader of the state's largest labor union.
She was. I got that.
Yes.
So,
But she had her list as of Sunday morning listed in Maryland.
I don't know, but earlier in the year or last year, he had already mentioned if anything happened to Feinstein, she was on his list of people to appoint.
Yeah, he didn't want to appoint any one of those, including
He didn't want Barbara Lee.
Yeah, because
He said she was too old.
well, one of the things that he said is he didn't want to appoint anybody who's running for that office, and Lee's running for that seat.
Mhm.
So he didn't want to appoint anybody that it would give him a leg up. Well, we don't know what this woman's going to do. Maybe she's going to run too.
Yeah, well,
There's nothing to stop her
no, there's not.
if she's resident of California.
Yeah.
Wonder if she knows Mark Meadows.
Hmm.
Lessons on how to register.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway. Let's go ahead and take a break here. Live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
Copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our reader. And looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can have a copy or check out our latest publication online.
When vacationing on our beautiful Crystal Coast, you come for the slower pace, the gentle waves, the salty air, and the quality time with family and friends. So while you enjoy our little piece of paradise, Country Kitchen help with meals. We'd love to cater your next family event with one of our Carolina-style seafood boils, enough to feed your entire crew. Or enjoy your meal outside at our pavilion on the waterfront. Come by land or by boat to the Bartle Country Kitchen in downtown Swansboro.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986.
Down East is your local Bryant factory authorized dealer. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes to keep you cool.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Need service on your present cooling system? Just call Down East. Looking to replace your cooling system in your home or office? Down East and Bryant is ready to do whatever it takes to keep you cool on these hot summer days. Ask about 0% interest for 60 months. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Coastal Bank and Trust thanks you for allowing us the privilege of handling all your banking needs, including personal commercial loans to mortgage services. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Morehead City, Coastal Bank and Trust truly is a community bank dedicated to those we serve and is proud to be a part of the continued growth of Onslow, Carteret, and surrounding counties. And looks forward to meeting you. Thank you for voting us the best of the best 5 years in a row. FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back. 910-333-0139. We're chat. Come on down.
Well, we've had some local events this weekend, Rayford.
Mm-hmm.
A local political event, matter of fact. Apparently, Republican Men's Club for Onslow County held some kind of a gala
Yeah, it was
on
a
Saturday
1920s
night.
gala. And let me tell you what, it was the best event I have ever been to.
Oh,
They
yeah?
did a fantastic job. People came together. It was no politics involved. It was beautifully done. My kudos go out to all the people involved in it.
Well, there's been a little bit of brouhaha within the
Yes.
Republican Party for the fact that the GOP Executive Committee used GOP funds.
It was the GOP Executive Board.
What's the difference?
The board is like your chairman, vice chairman, secretary, treasurer.
All right.
Your committee is comprised of your precinct chairs, including the board and what elected officials they have.
Okay, so the GOP
board,
the executive board made the decision or somehow used GOP funds to pay for tickets for the board members. Is that how it?
My understanding is, okay, the tickets for this gala were $80 a piece, or you could buy a table for, I don't know how much the whole table was. I imagine $800. And the executive board themselves decided to use the money that they have raised thus to date to buy tickets to go to this event. While it's not illegal at all, and there's no rule against it, my opinion, it's very inappropriate because the money that you raise as a party is what you use to elect your Republicans. That's what it's there for. It's not to go to parties. When I was GOP secretary, first vice chair, and then chairman, every single event I went to, every single mile I drove across the state picking up signs, every hotel that I had to book in order to go to a convention or whatever, I paid for out of my own pocket. And that's what you do.
I agree. I mean, I know it's caused some dissent in the county in general, but I agree that money probably should not have been used to do that. I mean, that money should be go to, and then we got a primary coming up,
That's
which
right.
means in a primary, the Republican Party is not supposed to endorse one or two candidates. They're supposed to help everybody. All Republicans.
That's your GOP organization. Now you'll have private clubs like
Yeah.
Men's Club, the Women's Club, young Republicans, teenage Republicans.
Mhm.
They don't have to follow the same rules that your county organization does. Your county GOP organization, just like the Democratic Party, you during a primary, you endorse and you help all of the Republicans running. You don't pick. The Republicans, men, women, and the other clubs, they can do what they want to.
So one could make the argument that if the Republican Men's Club only picks, I don't know, two candidates, I'm just throwing a number out there, would it the appearance be that the executive board of the GOP is more in favor of those two because they use regular GOP funds
This
for a
is where
party?
you run into problems. And normally in the past, there has been a few exceptions in the past where some of the clubs have made their own choices. So people generally, voters, when they approach a voting area, like say they're going to the Commons,
Mhm.
and you've got one club handing out brochures or mailing out brochures, which what happened 2022, saying these are the Republicans running, but those were their choices. Now the GOP, when they hand out the forms, they've got every single Republican listed for every single office that's open, and it's confusing to the public because they don't understand that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just and I agree. I don't think that money should have been used to buy money for them to party it up. But
well, I agree 100%. That's my opinion too. I never allowed it when I was chairman. I never allowed that. We spent all our money on getting Republicans elected. We
Well, that's what the
bought
point is. This isn't the
flyers.
garden club.
We did fundraisers to pay for flyers for meet and greets. We tried to take as much off of the elected officials, the burden from them spending money for their own meet and greets. We would do the meet and greets and allow people, the public, to come meet these elected officials. Officials wouldn't have to pay for it out of their pocket. Then we'd go out there. I mean, we paid, just like in 2022, the flyers that were mailed out to the people of Onslow County, that was $7,000. You know, back in 2020, we mailed out some, and ours was close to 10,000 because we did a broader area. But it takes a lot of money to get out here and back the Republicans and the elected officials. And Democrats, they do theirs the same way. You know, you don't take sides. We don't. We focus on supporting everybody. And then whoever wins the primary, when it comes to the general election, we know the ones that we have to get out there and push. And that's what you save your money for, and that's what you do.
Well, see, reasons like this is why I'm just leaning more and more towards becoming an independent for nonsense like this, and that's what this is. I think this is nonsense.
Well, the chairman has the right to make her own decisions. Like I said, there's no law against it. There's no rules broken. My opinion is it's very is inappropriate, because that, however much money it was, $400, $500, $600. That could go towards a nice meet and greet for the upcoming primary. See, and that's what you raise your money for. You raise your money to put it into the people running.
Well, I agree. If I'm contributing money to the Republican Party locally, I'm not going to fund somebody's Saturday night event for them to have a good old time.
They didn't sell tickets to it.
They did.
Yeah, the Republican Men's Club is the one that put it on, and they sold tickets to it.
And so the GOP executive board used GOP funds to pay for their board members to go.
Okay.
To buy their tickets.
To buy their own tickets versus having them all pay for them.
I was blessed. The table that I sat at was sponsored by one of our elected officials. And so that elected official buys the whole table, and then he invites who he wants to come as his guest. And I was very fortunate that I was invited by one of the elected officials to sit at his table. I mean, it was a very generous thing to do. And I really enjoyed it. It was probably the nicest event I've been to in a very long time. It was well done. Well done.
Okay.
Have you, were either one of you in the Girl Scouts?
I was.
Brownies and Girl Scouts.
You sold cookies?
I think
I
probably.
ate cookies.
I may have. Probably. I don't know. I don't remember doing it, but that probably.
Do you remember? I remember back. Lee, you might almost remember back this far when the cookies were 50 cents a box.
No, I don't remember that.
Heck no, I don't remember that. But
really,
they're like $5 a box now.
$6. They've gone up again.
No way.
Oh yes, way.
I remember where stamps were 13 cents, but not cookies.
My daughter is a huge Girl Scout. Oh,
I remember when stamps, and I've got some cards over there that have 3-cent stamps on them.
I tell you what, I detested every time they had a penny increase, because rural carriers sell stamps on the route, so you had to carry a money
so then
box
you have to
with
have
you.
extra change,
and so then you always had to go get a bunch of pennies.
Yeah.
Or somebody would put, like, I need 5 stamps, and they would put 5 times 30, 65 pennies. Buy a book. Buy a book.
All right, let's take they say cost of producing these things and everything else overhead is really getting out of hand.
They're going to be $10 a box for long.
Well,
They're already
$6
estimating
in some areas this year.
Food prices to increase 2.2% through 2024 in North
just what we
Carolina.
need.
Yep.
Oh my.
Come on, election. You're live in local Real Talk. Freedom 97.1 WSMA. We'll be right back.
C&S Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957, with 3 locations serving the Crystal Coast, has everything you need from brushes to Olympic stain and quality Benjamin Moore paint. Benjamin Moore offers unmatched color and durability, so the color will last for years to come. Whether a do-it-yourselfer or paint contractor, when you shop C&S Paint Center with 3 locations, you're not just improving your home or construction site, supporting a local business too. CNS Paint Center, Olympic Stain and Benjamin Moore. Paint for everything that matters. CNS Paint Center, 105 Wayne Drive, Morehead City, 6 Dars Avenue, Jacksonville, and 504 Cedar Point Boulevard. CNS Paint, phone 910-455-0210. Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Modern Exterminating 627 College Street, Jacksonville has proudly been serving the pest control needs of Onslow and surrounding counties since 1952. That's 70 years of protecting the health and property of our citizens from rodents, termites, mosquitoes, and all other pests. Modern Exterminating offers inspection without obligation. Being authorized to serve government quarters, Modern Exterminating takes this opportunity to thank those who serve and allowing us to handle all your pest control needs. If what they use don't zap them, they'll trap them. And if you're not satisfied, they'll step on them. The bug stops here. Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952. Call today, 910-455-5122. That's 910-455-5122 for Modern Exterminating.
Great Gas and Oil Company. And of course, Wismart and Chappie's Chicken, located at 4111 Gum Branch Road, right here in Jacksonville. And 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert, has all you need when it comes to convenience for gas, cold beverages, and a great selection for quick pickup essentials. Enjoy fresh, not frozen, delicious meals at Chappie's Chicken, located inside Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. So if you're in a hurry, get it all. Gas, ice cold beverages, convenience store items, and delicious, fresh, not frozen, Chappie's Chicken at Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down home, down the street, Main Street, Maysville, and the Richlands Highway right here in Jacksonville. Boneless ribeye steak is only $9.79 a pound. Whole boneless pork loin, just $1.99 a pound. Thick boneless pork chops, $2.79 a pound. How about whole bottom round, just $3.99 a pound. Fresh fried leg quarters sold in 10-pound bags are only 49 cents a pound. Bone-in sirloin chops, just $1.29 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store. And they use only Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, Eastern North Carolina Gala apples, just 99 cents a pound. Large vine ripe aroma tomatoes, just 99 cents a pound. Fresh, crisp broccoli crowns, $1 a pound. Large navel oranges are only 99 cents each. And you get a 5-pound bag of red, russet, or white potatoes for just $3.99 for a 5-pound bag. Jumbo green peppers, just 99 cents each. And you get a 1-pound container of fresh strawberries for just $3.99. And you get 3 6-packs of the 16-ounce size Pepsi or Mountain Dew for just $11. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down home, down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
You're back. And I'll tell you what, Lucky Powerball ticket in North Carolina won $2 million in Saturday's drawing. $2 million. $3 ticket.
It wasn't me.
Came from the Murphy. Or no, it wasn't me
Because I'm
either.
here.
Well, I would probably still be here just to say,
I would.
flaunt it, you know.
Yeah.
Murphy Express on East Gannon Avenue in Zebulon.
Really?
The ticket matched the numbers on all 5 white balls to win $1 million. The prize is double to $2 million when the 2 times to 2x multiplier also hit. What in the world? How lucky can you be? My God. And now tonight, nobody got the big one. The almost a bit.
How do I get that?
Friday night. But it's going to be tonight. Again, another one.
Is that the state or the big
That's
one?
the biggie.
The big one.
So you're just going to go buy one of those big old Powerball tickets. And maybe we each should go buy one and agree to split it evenly if it wins. I could do with $1/3 billion. My goodness.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would do with $1/3 billion. I'm sure I could find something.
Hey, I just have to give a shout out to our Senator, Mike Lazara. He was appointed to the Council of State Governments. He is the only one in the North Carolina legislative branch that has been appointed to this prestigious position. So congratulations.
That's good.
Great job.
hmm
We're very lucky.
Well, I'm reading this. Ramaswamy.
Yeah.
He has this dude here. You just got to laugh about him, I guess.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
He needs a new hairstyle. Did you watch him on the debate?
I'm looking at it.
He looks
now.
like he's got a big poof up
It
here.
just looks like Woody Woodpecker hair. That's what it reminds me of. But
we're so bad.
He has asked the Republican convention to cut the number of candidates for the next debate down to the top 4 only.
Yeah.
Good luck on that one.
He wants it to be that.
Will they argue in this?
Oh, it gets better. Not only does he want that, okay, let me pull up all the things. He has a list of things he wants. He wants there to only be one moderator. Yeah, he wants one moderator instead of more than one. Yeah. And that way he wants to provide more time to candidates to respond to the rivals. And once again, use a single moderator who is able to enforce debate rules and avoid candidates indiscernibly shouting over each other. Now, if 2 people couldn't, what in the world makes this man think only one person will?
It's not the moderator that's.
It's that y'all don't know how to act.
They talked over each other.
Yes.
They were pure yelling at each other. They were just. It was horrible. It was horrible.
A boxing ring, slap some gloves on them, and they can just tag each other in and stuff.
I
Do it
say
that way.
sit down
Like
at a
wrestling.
round table.
Yeah.
Throw the question out there. Let each one respond to the same question,
Mhm.
and just keep it moving. But this,
Well,
it
this
was
is
crazy.
why after the first one, I did not watch the second one because the first one was so full of nonsense.
It was.
It was just too aggravating to watch.
Have a really good audio operator,
Mhm.
board operator, 7 microphones,
Mhm.
and have them in different rooms with
Yeah.
a TV camera in them. And they all show up on the big screen out there where everybody can see it.
Yeah.
And, but
Oh,
whoever's
that's a good
talking,
idea.
whoever's talking is going to be talking.
Turn everybody else's
It's-
mic down.
Yeah, absolutely. Then if anybody wants to say something next, then they can push a button and request it, just like you can do a call button on your
I like that.
airplane.
It's a good idea. I like that.
I
Right.
give ideas at times.
That's actually a very good idea.
A woman is dead after authorities say she was struck by an airplane while mowing the lawn in Oklahoma last week.
I saw that. But
27-year-old Samantha Hayes was on a lawnmower at the Broken Bow Airport in McCurtain County Friday afternoon. At the same time, a 1972 Bonanza 836 piloted by a 70-year-old man was coming into land on the runway. The pilot descended the plane, landed, and after touching down, officials say he saw Hayes on the lawnmower. According to authorities, he then tried to pull up the plane, but the wing struck Hayes in the head. She was pronounced dead at the scene. The pilot was not injured.
I mean, look, I don't know how this works, but I would think, now, once again, this is me, that there would be some kind of rules against mowing the lawn while planes are descending or ascending.
I don't know whether this was a
how-
dirt strip or not.
Yeah.
If it's a dirt urban grass runway, I don't know. Or
yeah.
she was close to it, and he was along the side, and he was too
I
close
mean,
to
like
the
I'm
edge
saying,
or
there's
whatever.
a whole lot. That's what I'm saying. Would there not be just a rule that, you quickly mow or you pick a time when you know there's no landings and I mean, I don't know what the rules are, but I would think there would have to be some kind of rule.
Well, actually, to be on the runway with a vehicle,
Mhm.
you have to have one that's equipped with a big amber light,
Right.
and you have to be in constant radio control with the tower.
But I also think as an airplane operator that you are making sure you have ground clearance.
Well, it's kind of hard to
Well,
see from a
I-
little plane. I will tell you, it's looking straight down. You can see straight out around you.
Oh, I
But
see
when
your
you're coming
point.
down, you unless you stick your head out the window or something,
Yeah.
it's not the easiest thing to see
I
out
understand. Yes,
of. Okay.
that's like a car, NASCAR. Very hard to see out your windows.
Let's take a break. Fox News is now your live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 and 1120 AM WSME. I'm stalling for a second to get rid of something on the computer.
SME, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. A new California senator is appointed by Governor Gavin Newsom to fill Senator Dianne Feinstein's seat. Fox's Marianne Rapp.
He's appointing LaFon Butler to the role. Butler currently heads Emily's List, an organization that works to get Democratic women elected. The announcement coming just hours after the Congressional Black Caucus sent a letter urging Newsom to appoint Representative Barbara Lee to the role.
Senator Feinstein, Congresswoman Lee had already announced she's running for the seat, and Governor Newsom had said he would not choose anyone already running, feeling that would be unfair. Florida House Republican Matt Gaetz says he'll call for a vote to remove Kevin McCarthy as House Speaker.
Yes, I'll survive. This is personal with Matt.
McCarthy on CBS Face the Nation. Gaetz accuses him of lying to House conservatives about spending bill negotiations. Some other Republicans want to get rid of Gaetz, and he's under an ethics committee investigation. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
Okay, a little bit after 8 o'clock on a Monday morning. I tried to push that one, didn't I? On a Monday morning. And our call, if you want to chat with us, you can call us now at 910-333-0139. What else we got?
We've got New Jersey. Scott had done this prior to this weekend, but he would have been on Dumb Crook News. So this guy, he's a New Jersey man. The video is amazing. So first thing he did was he crashed into a private residence in an attempt to scare or harass the homeowner. And he knew that individual, okay? For that, he was charged with burglary, criminal mischief, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, and harassment. Well, after doing that, crashing in this person's house, he drove to the nearest police station and intentionally drove his vehicle through the building, causing significant damage. The entire vehicle came to a final resting point in the squad room, and there's a video of this. He narrowly missed hitting Officer Killian Bernard, who had stepped away from his desk and was in the sergeant's office when a car careened into the squad room. And the police station chief said it was a matter of seconds where he could have killed a police officer. By the grace of God, he was not there. So for crashing into the headquarters, now in addition to what he'd already charged for going through the house, he was causing widespread damage, aggravated assault, burglary, possession of a weapon for unlawful purpose, and criminal mischief. He was previously sentenced to 2 years of probation in 2021 after he pled guilty to stalking and criminal trespassing. When he emerged from his car, and there's a video of this whole thing, he's blasting Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle. He's got his hands up in the air like
raised his hands,
raising his fists up, not raising his hands. He was doing it, according to them, as a look at me, bro kind of thing, like proud of what he had done. It was like they're saying as if he just scored a touchdown. Like he didn't do it because they're like, show us your hand. How he did it, they said, what the police said. So,
how to get arrested.
They must serve some good food up there or something.
I don't know, but I think maybe this guy will actually go to prison. Maybe.
I would think so.
Well, yeah.
Well, some people just don't know when to shut up. Do you know that?
Yeah.
A former Tennessee elementary school teacher and mother of two charged with raping a child was rearrested last Thursday for attempting to coerce her victim. We did this story about ago.
Yeah.
Covington police arrested 38-year-old Alyssa McCommon at her home Thursday and charged her with coercion of a witness, aggravated stalking, and harassment. It was McCommon's second arrest in 3 weeks after she was charged with raping a child on September 8th. McCommon, a former fourth grade teacher, was released after posting a $25,000 bond on the condition that she could not contact the victim or any minors other than her own children. Police said she violated the terms of her release by using a previously unknown phone number to contact the boy she's accused of raping. Police said that after McCommon confirmed the victim was alone, she He sent multiple indicating he would regret doing this. McCommon, using the same number, also admitted to a sexual encounter with the victim. She's currently being held, this time without benefit of bond, in the county Pokey.
Please tell me that her victim is not a fourth grader.
I think he was 12 years old.
Oh, my Lord.
Yes, he was. I remember
This
that.
lady.
Yeah. This lady does not play a part in this one.
Sicko.
Yep, definitely.
Nightclub in Spain, scene of a big fire, claimed the lives of at least 13 people over the weekend. Emergency crews are still searching for people after responding to the adjoining clubs early Sunday morning on the outskirts of the city in southeast Spain. The Fonda nightclub, one of the three adjoining clubs, reportedly sustained the majority of the damage, including the collapse of it. It was where the dead were found. Exactly where the fire started has apparently not been determined, but a spokeswoman for the nightclub told reporters it originated in La Fonda before spreading to the two adjoining clubs. Ouch. Ouch.
Kelly, did you watch the show this weekend?
What show?
OP Live.
No. Actually, I take that back. Friday night, I watched a little bit of it when I was at my mom's.
I did not know that you can walk just about 98% naked in Daytona Beach. Did you see that?
No idea. I missed that one.
Where they were checking on a woman that was obviously intoxicated and eating pizza. She was sitting outside and her blouse kept falling off. The officer had to keep telling her to cover herself. About that time, these two women walked by the camera wearing nothing.
Oh my!
Nothing.
No.
There's a nothing.
Well, they didn't.
So they must have had a little cloth covering.
They had like little teeny things covering, but they were just out in the street naked.
In the street, not on the beach.
They were in the street. You're right, walking right
Oh,
down.
my goodness.
When did that happen? When did Daytona let you? I don't know.
It's been a long time since I've been to Daytona Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Ultra Right. You heard of this?
I've heard it quite often this past weekend.
The beer brand that launched as a woke-free Bud Light beer alternative
Oh, I thought you were talking about Republicans. I'm sorry.
raked in $1 million in just 12 hours after it released
Wow.
a special edition can that featured the historic mugshot of President Trump. The first ever mugshot of a former president was taken of Trump in August after he was on 13 charges related to efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election in the state. Seth Weathers, the CEO of Conservative Dad's Ultra Right Beer, responded shortly after Trump's mugshot went viral. A limited edition collector's can in opposition to the charges made against the former president. The can will no longer be sold. It was taken off the market Sunday. That will make the cans pretty valuable.
Wow.
Weathers said that the beer sales were equivalent to over 5 tractor trailer loads of cans in what the businessman described as the most sought after beer, collector beer in American history. This should serve as a bit of a wake-up call and as a bit of a poll. That many cans were bought? Oh my. Trump should have bought them all and then sold them for a profit for his campaign.
Somebody knew how to make $1, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
They certainly did.
$500,000.
Wow. That's
I wish
in
I
12
thought of
hours.
it.
I know.
Wish I thought of it.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah. That's wow. That's a lot of beer.
Yep. The 9-year-old girl believed to have been kidnapped from Moreau Lake State Park in New York over the weekend. Charlotte Sinup was last seen at about 6:15 Saturday afternoon. The child was taken under circumstances that lead police to believe that she is in serious harm and or death.
So sad.
This is according to a statement from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Charlotte was on a camping trip with her family and disappeared after going for a bike ride in the Bark, 9 years old. Her bike was apparently found, but it's not clear whether it was located by family or first responders. Multiple agencies, federal, state, and local, using helicopters, bloodhounds, canines, airboats, and ATVs are looking for her. That's not going to end well.
No, not at all. It was either family or a stranger.
Well, it's not for money, probably.
Right. Right. It's just so sad. There's been a lot of children this past week in stores, children being abducted or killed. It's just, I don't.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember back in August when that Marion, Kansas newspaper was raided and
Yep.
the lady, the editor died the next day 'cause she was so upset, and they also raided the city council person? Well, this on Thursday of last week, the Marion mayor suspended that police chief because they're saying that because the first of all, the newspapers go own that county because they've done sued the police department and everybody else, and so has because he basically falsified documents, and the district attorney made them said they have to say there was no evidence to justify the raids, and so apparently after all this, I mean, they hired lawyers. They've the reporter they took her phone, her computer, all that, and she's suing. The editor suing, and I believe the city council person who was also suing. They've also accused the police chief of falsifying the documents used to obtain the search warrant. The county attorney withdrew all the warrants. The judge will probably be the next one to go down because that judge that signed off had a record as well. I had some kind of brouhaha brewing for her. So this is a mess. And a lot of them still say part of it came because the police chief had been a Kansas, was on investigation there, which is why he left there. And then this little Marion, Kansas town hired him, but now he's suspended. Yep. Oh, it gets better. So the lady that runs the restaurant, I'm reading that in here, who was the center of this whole mess about her DUI from whenever, the police chief also asked that lady to delete all text messages between him and her.
Oh, really?
And she's admitted to it, that he asked this. And she said, if I do this, will I get in trouble?
Man,
this guy, I mean, yeah, nice. I can't believe, and I agree with some of the comments. They can't believe it took this long. I agree. As soon as that district attorney came out, this was made him return all things, and this should have been dealt with. But yeah, and I think the officers, and I don't argue this. It said he and the officers who raided the homes should be charged. I can't. I agree. They said they want them charged with trespassing and eluding a of authority. I can't argue that because the way they act, there's all video of the whole raids and everything. It's all on video.
Well, they had, as far as they were concerned, a legal document permitting them to go in there.
That turns out was not legal, but yes.
They have no way of knowing that.
That's true.
So they can't really.
Well, he knew, but the officers did not.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I'll buy that.
So whoever the chief, of course, could be held accountable.
Mhm.
The officers should not, unless they were part of the conspiracy to do this. But chances are they were not.
I bet that judge don't get reelected.
Well, he could be disbarred.
It's a she.
She could be disbarred.
Hey, I got some news for you going to weather.
Let's hear it.
Fishing is on fire.
Yes, it is.
Right now. Catching blues, pompano.
Spots.
And spots. And somebody just sent me a picture of one that a lady just caught at boat this weekend.
What is that?
That's not a spot. No.
What is that?
I'm not really sure. Is it a big?
I think that's a big king.
I kind of thought, but I'm not sure. But that's a pretty fish. If you don't have a boat, you probably need to go get one quick.
Well, she caught that from the fishing
Yeah,
pier.
she caught that one for the pier, but they said the dolphins are out running right now too.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
I think it's a king. It looks like it needs to be turned a bit more to the side. Get a better picture. The White House is prohibiting senior administration officials from traveling for international energy engagements that promote carbon-intensive fuels, including oil, natural gas, and coal. He's not going to let them go to these places. The guidance, which originated from the White House National Council, was revealed in a Department of Energy memo issued internally to agency staff on the 15th and obtained by Fox News Digital. The memo was authored by Deputy Secretary of Energy David Turk, who outlined travel restrictions and stated officials are required to obtain approval from the NSC before attending any global energy engagement. Wow.
Wow. You were right, 53 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's.
I don't even think I could pick up a 53-pound fish, just saying. And I probably could if I was mad enough, but yeah, that would be rough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a break. You're live in local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall, and you should be too. With Cub Cadet, zero turns, lawn tractors, and walk-behind lawnmowers. From Cub Cadet are engineered with premium features, leaving you with a well-manicured lawn. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and unlock the possibilities of your yard with Cub Cadet. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street. Exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent. And would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. And then they asked if my dog Max was over his cold. They called that service too. And then they helped me find ways to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that. They said service.
Call David Hall, State Farm, 910-455-0440, 1218 Country Club Road, Jacksonville.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local care indoor weather team. And all heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vented cleaning. And now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, HumphreyHeating.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
It's not for everyone, only for you. The medication your doctor prescribes is exclusively yours to take as directed. Nobody else should be taking it. It's up to you to keep your medication secure and to safely dispose of any unused medications. Don't let anyone take what's yours. Your prescription, your responsibility. Be aware, don't lock your meds.
Supported by NCDHHS, Division of Mental Health, Developmental Disabilities, and Substance Abuse Services. Visit lockyourmeds.org/NC.
Hi guys, it's Lisa, the Queen of Diamonds from Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. Are you looking for a ring
For the perfect girl, we have hundreds of rings in our beautiful showroom. Want a ring as unique as your girl? Then we'll custom design a ring especially for you. Not sure if you want lab-grown diamonds or an earth mine diamond? No problem. We'll take the time to explain the difference. We guarantee to find a diamond as exceptional as your girl. We hand select every diamond that comes into our store, and it has to be a sparkling fireball to make it in our showcase. Our long-standing relationships in the industry guarantees you to get the most competitive price on the highest quality diamond. We offer custom financing so that it's easy to buy the ring of her dreams. We have rings for every budget and a vast selection of loose diamonds. So I invite you to come visit us today at Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. The Lust family has been a part of thousands of I Do's for over 72 years. Who does I do like we do? Come see why we're Jacksonville's oldest family jeweler.
Bryn Mawr Jewelers, next to Sam's Club, Jacksonville.
If you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Mitsubishi pre-owned car or truck, look no further than Bob Mills Mitsubishi. 2150 card, because at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, they give it away and guarantee all their customers financing. At Bob Mills, there is no high pressure, no smoke and mirrors, or running back and forth to a sales manager. Buying a new Mitsubishi or quality pre-owned car or truck should be a fun experience. And that's what you'll have at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville, because they give it away.
It's live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Put an outboard motor on it, and it's not doing like it used to do because it's gotten too old. It's getting worn out. If it's not reliable, there's nothing more frustrating than to get out there on the water and your motor stop working. Okay, power-free boat. You have a need for speed. Maybe you want to just repower and put a bigger motor on it. Tideline has a solution for that condition. American-made, American power from the only outboards that are made in the good old US of A, and Tideline is proud to be a Mercury outboard dealer. If you're looking for a small motor for your dinghy, a mid-size motor for your skiff perhaps, or maybe you're ready to take the leap and repower with a 300 horsepower or maybe even larger outboard motor, Tideline Marine's got them in stock, many of them. If they don't have it in stock, trust me, George or Todd, the Tideline Dream Team, will get one on order right away. American Power, Mercury's, and so much more, from fancy lures and fishing poles to parts for your motors if you are a do-it-yourselfer. Of course, Tideline has a staff of technicians if you prefer not to take the chance. Tideline Marine, 159 on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. We have a small craft advisory in effect through at least Wednesday afternoon. Today and Tuesday, northeasterly winds 15 to 20 with gusts to 25, seas 5 to 7, dominant period 11 seconds. Sounds a little choppy. Wednesday, northeasterly winds 15 to 20, continue with gusts up to 25 knots. Seas easing off a wee bit, 4 to 6 footers, except 2 to 3 near shore. Adjacent sounds and rivers are choppy.
Today, sunny, high of 82. Winds 5 to 9 miles an hour with gusts as high as 15 miles an hour. Tonight, clear, low of 59. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 80. Tomorrow night, clear, low of 58. And a Wednesday, sunny, high of 80.
Okay, I told you a little while ago, we got a caller, but we'll get to you in just a second. I told you the last weather that Rena was going to go away.
Oh, no.
Rena has gone.
Oh, phew.
Philippe is still out there.
Scared.
Is still doing the same thing. West-northwesterly at 7 miles per hour with 50 mile per hour winds. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, it's Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Mike,
Hey,
what's
Mike.
Hey, yeah, you started talking about fishing and boating and all that.
Yeah.
Well, Rayford, if they don't stop with their assault on your right to harvest your fish, your boat's going to be nothing but a yard ornament.
Yep,
I've already sold my boat that I go get flounder with.
I
can understand.
Just want to know when y'all are going to get some of these people from fisheries who are making these ridiculous rules, and if you can get them in here and explain some of this stuff. They're taking these flounder numbers during the COVID years, and there's no fish in the water.
That's
Yeah, well, I've
tried.
put a call into
We're
him.
probably going to get shut down.
Yeah.
So, just want to know if you can get these people in here and start explaining some of this stuff, because there won't be any need for a boat if they keep on.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Some of the flounders that they have caught during that 2-week fishing season, in spite of the weather, there were some really nice flounder caught. I will tell you that.
There's no flounder out there, according to them.
Well, I saw them firsthand.
Get these people in here, like it's getting bad, Rayford. It's getting
Yes,
really
I
bad.
know
They're
it is.
talking about shutting down trout. Their numbers are completely falsified. It's getting to be like Cuba around here.
Yep. Well, we're going to try to get they used to have a director of the DMF that I could talk to. In fact, I had his number 2, and I had him on the air any number of times. But he got the boot, and they just keep appointing new people there, and I don't even know who is in charge now, other than the governor.
Yeah, they're trying to make it where you have to buy fish. They don't want you to go get your own.
Yep, that's true.
And the drum, you get one drum. They started that one drum thing, 20 years ago?
Yep.
And it was supposed to be temporary. But they got to come up with something better. Start making these fish that they're telling us that aren't out. Make them game fish. Do something. But it's not right, Richard. It's not right.
I'm from the government, and I'm here to help you. That's when you better start digging.
Yeah, we got to get these people on the floor. They got to explain this stuff because, I'm out here at the beach. I see nothing. I see millions of mullet in the water. I'm wanting to know why we can't even present mullet after November 7th.
That one has got me completely floored. From November 7th to the 1st of the year, you can't even possess one for bait. You can't sell them. Can't even have them. You better not get me. I do not get it. And they do it in the fall fishing season when a lot of folks travel up to Ocracoke for the big chopper blues. And you know what bait they use up there? Cut mullet.
Mullet. Do us all a favor, Rayford. Get them in. Get them to explain this nonsense.
If I can get them in here, that would be.
Said it out loud.
If I can get them.
Sound just stupid to them.
I'd like to get them in here. I don't know whether they'll make the trip or not, but if I could get them in here, I could open up the lines for 2 hours one morning and all y'all called in.
I'll be called.
I'm telling you, they won't come.
Nope.
Telling you, they will not show up.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put another call into it.
I know.
Matter of fact, maybe, when do I have to go up that way, Moorhead? I'll just drop by the office.
Guys that have guide businesses, I mean, they're gonna put these guys out of business. I mean, you can't put any fish in your freezer hardly anymore.
Nope.
So, it's ridiculous.
I know it.
Anyway,
I agree.
Y'all have a good
Hey,
one.
Mike, thank you, sir.
You too.
It is totally ridiculous. I have not seen any of the numbers. I haven't seen any factual information. They are using old numbers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have any clue what's going on. As far as I can tell, they have not produced any anyway. They may know more than I think they know.
Mm-hmm.
It would surprise me, but they may know more than I think they know. I just like to know where these numbers come from. And the whole Fisheries Commission, I have problems with it. They have always, in my opinion, leaned towards the commercial guys. I love the commercial guys. Without commercial fishermen, I wouldn't be able to go get any shrimp or scallops.
Yes. Right.
Okay? Because those guys, that's what they will go out and catch. They catch fish too, but I seldom buy fish at the fish market. I have, but I seldom have to buy fish at the fish market. I don't quite get it. And going up and down the river with the nets, when the nets are out, you take your life into your own hands.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
That and the crab pots.
Mm-hmm.
And because they're just willy-nilly. They're not in a particular order. They're not on a line anywhere.
You get one of those nets wrapped around your propeller.
That's a mess. I don't know. I don't get it. And they need to show it to me, what's going on. Net fishing, there are a lot of states that banned it, gill nets.
Right.
Okay. I'm not sure that I would want to ban it. I certainly would want to control it, but I dang sure would like to ban it for recreational fishing. That's not recreation. It's an old tradition, perhaps, fishing. And besides, we know reports, they know reports that guys who go get us this recreational license spend $35 for it. They can't sell those fish.
Right.
It's just for their personal use.
Right.
But there was one guy, he and his wife each had a recreational license, and their son had a recreational license, and they would come down to the coast from Goldsboro.
Mm-hmm.
They would each have one net they could set out. They would set out all 3 nets. They would fish it. And then you'd see them beside the road in Goldsboro
Selling
in a few
their
days
fish.
selling fish.
Oh, wow.
Well, let's just say,
And they never got busted.
I know.
Marine fisheries doesn't have to, they don't go all over the state. I mean, you know,
No, well,
they're-
I would think they would stay near the water.
that's what they're supposed
Yeah.
to do.
I used to go net fishing with
Mhm.
another person, and everything that he caught, he would bring it back and just might have sold it to a fish house here. So
Mhm.
it happens.
Well, it used to be you
Get
didn't
caught.
have to have a license to sell it to a fish house.
Right. But I know at that time it was not supposed to be
Oh, okay.
done because that's what I was told.
That
I'm like,
fish house today gets caught with that fish, and they don't have a trip ticket because they have
yes.
to get the trip ticket from the
Yes,
from
this is
the
a while back.
angler.
So, but yeah, net fishing is kind of cheating in my opinion.
Well, here's the problem with it, as I see it, and they'll argue that the gill nets are meant to not keep the undersized ones
Right.
in fish.
Right.
Let's just take red drum for instance. Red drum, you can keep a fish that's between 18 and 27 inches long, not under 18,
Mhm.
not over 27. Okay, so they catch them in the gill nets, and they stay there all night long,
Yes.
wrapped up in the gill net.
Yep.
He ain't alive the next morning.
Mm-mm. No, we would generally set our, I mean, as far as I think it's kind of cheating as recreation goes. Now, your commercial fishermen, that's entirely different. I can understand that. But when we put them down, we'd put them down for a couple of hours, then
Mhm.
pull them back up.
Yeah. Well, when these fish that are dead, and they're, let's say you've got a 34-inch red drum in that net,
Mhm. And
he's
then
dead.
Yeah. And you can't put them back.
You put him back,
Well, I mean, not live.
they go floating away.
That's right. That's
The under
terrible.
18s do the same thing. They can't keep them.
I just think there's no experience like being able to go out there with a pole
Yep.
and catch them like that. That's what fishing to me is all about. And I think when the state made it necessary that you had to have a license just to go out on the beach and throw a line,
Yep.
that is when I just pretty much stopped fishing.
Well, it's, you know, like I say, I enjoy the guys who can provide shrimp, provide scallops and other seafood foods to restaurants.
Our fishermen are valuable to us.
They are. And it's not fair to cut out a whole form of commercial production. That's just not. But if you really want to do it, have enough, not wildlife officers, because they're game wardens. They'll handle the freshwater, the inland water. They have marine fisheries agents, officers out there on the water. I've only seen 1 or 2 down here in the last 10 years at any given time.
You just talked them up. Well, I know I'm fishing at a private pond here in Onslow County, and that was fun, but we would catch and release. But you didn't have to have a license to do that.
Yeah.
When did they start making you have to have a license to go on the pier?
2007. Do you have to have it going to pier? I think the piers have got their own license. I mean, they could have a class, I believe. It's like the fishing guides.
I don't know.
But to go into the surf, to go onto a
Right.
boat, to go down and catch some spots, you
My
got to have a
sister and I
license.
used to love just to go to a small pier and just fish off the pier.
Yep.
I mean, we ended up not hardly keeping anything, but man, that'll make it so hard on you.
Yeah.
You got to take a class on what you can keep anymore.
Pretty much.
What you how
And
you
you,
have to
check the marine fisheries site before you go fishing because
Right.
it changes. They
Right.
can change it on Wednesday, and it becomes effective on Thursday or Friday.
Seriously?
And who knows?
Wow.
It's been done. They wrote a whole bunch of tickets one time years ago when they did that. So they stopped. I think they had the cutoff is like on Wednesday now to put out new regulations that were more restrictive. So whatever. By any means possible, the Biden administration is going to continue to force Americans like you and me to buy expensive electric cars. How this time? Well, guess what? He has laid out a plan of attack on the oil rig leases in the Gulf. Through 2029, his plan calls for the sale of only 3 leases, and there will be no leases approved for sale along the Alaskan coast. This is the lowest number of offshore lease sales ever proposed by the federal government. The least expensive electric vehicle model on the market is the 2023 Chevrolet Bolt EV with an effective price of about $20,000, taking into consideration a $7,500 tax credit. This model offers 259 miles of range max. In other words, under the best of conditions, we could not drive from Jacksonville to Washington, D.C. without stopping to charge the batteries. And we are expected to find a charging station, hang out in the car for an hour without running the AC or heater while the battery gets a fill up. Keep in mind, the 20 grand is for a stripped down, less than basic, one step above of an electric Golf. Prices for the currently available EVs range up to $250,000. Depending upon the kilowatt hour size of the replacement batteries, you'll be set back between $4,000 and $20,000 if your vehicle needs a battery change. Yes, you'll be saving gas. At the same time, your home electric bill will increase, and if you're on the road, you'll pay, believe me, a premium price for the electricity and likely the time it takes to charge those batteries. Right now, I can pull up to a gas station with almost an empty tank. In less than 5 minutes, I can pump it up, fill it up, and move on. There will be available, some requiring only 30 minutes, they say, depending upon the size of your battery, to charge. Finding a fast charger may prove to be problematic. Some of today's vehicles require as much as 12 hours at a level 2 outlet to fully charge. A level 2 outlet is like your electric stove or electric dryer outlet. I assure you, I assume you know how expensive it is if you run your dryer for 12 hours every day. Presumably, your car will not need to be charged every day. And even if you did, hopefully it will only charge for as long as it takes to top off the batteries. How long will a battery last you? If you do not use fast chargers, those things shorten battery life, you can get as much as 20 years under ideal conditions.
Wow.
Extreme heat or cold will require the batteries to be charged more often. Air conditioners and heaters use electricity in your cars, shortening the life of the batteries. Ham radio guys with mobile radios can quickly deplete batteries, especially on long trips. Again, additional charging is required, and that will shorten your battery's lives. In general, you'll be able to drive your car as long as you choose to keep it on one set of batteries. Of course, as it is with your cell phones, new and improved and more expensive cars will come on the market, and we all know how techie Americans can be when it comes to electronics. Going to have the latest and most expensive models.
Wow. I prefer to stay old school. I'm going to stay with my gasoline powered pick 'em up.
Pick 'em up truck.
Pick 'em up truck.
You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WDS and me. We'll be right back.
You gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, filled cylinders, and tankless water heaters. And they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Just Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Tammy Fry Allstate, Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Also, me for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate. 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
Since 1997, locally owned and operated Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard right here in Jacksonville, has provided only the best hot and cold subs and healthy salads to our community and our military neighbors, and thanks all our customers for making Jersey Mike's a sub above. Jersey Mike's features hot and cold subs in different sizes, served Mike's way or your way, in addition to delicious, healthy salads. To place your order or for takeout, phone 910-353-8091. Once again, Sam Duran and the staff of Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard, Jacksonville, thanks you for making them a sub above.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 USME.
What the heck?
I got to push the right button. That's all I got to do. Okay. As I said before, WSMME. New call letters. We read last week about, I guess somewhere, that Biden administration has come out with a proposal to reintroduce grizzly bear populations in the federally managed North Cascades National Park in northern Washington. The proposal, published in federal filings last week by the National Park Service and Fish and Wildlife Service, includes 3 options, 2 which would involve actively restoring populations of the threatened apex predator species, and 1 no action alternative, which would maintain current management practices. As part of the announcement, the public is invited to comment through mid-November. Now, let me reach another story from now. A couple and their dog reportedly have been killed by a grizzly bear in Canada's popular Banff National Park, leading officials there to euthanize the animal after they found it displaying aggressive behavior. Banff National Park is said in a statement, the Parks Canada staff received an alert Friday night from a GPS device indicating a bear attack in the Red Deer River Valley area west of the Yahata Tenda Ranch.
Is it? I have no words. That is just horrible.
The bears are typically not overly aggressive,
right,
but they can be aggressive. A Montana Navy veteran had his jaw ripped off in a horrifying grizzly attack. He took on a 10-foot tall grizzly bear with his bare hands after he was ambushed in Montana.
Grizzly bears are no joke.
No, they're not no joke. They are no joke. You're
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah,
It's a yuck.
scary. Well, I have something.
Okay.
Today at 11 a.m. is the Onslow County Commissioner meeting, and it is the last meeting that our county manager, Sharon Griffin, will be in attendance as the county manager.
Yes. Yes.
So
Sorry to wish her the best.
I do. I'm very sorry to see her go.
Yeah. Sometimes it's, sometimes going elsewhere or new adventures kind of gives you a whole new outlook of happiness.
Mm-hmm. Well, she don't have to put up with nonsense anymore.
That's true.
So
Very true.
yeah. But
Sometime
yeah, wish her the best.
Yep. And we'll find out more about her. I'm going to try to see if she'll come on the air with us one day.
We would love to
Yeah.
have her. I would love to have her.
Get her in here for a little while.
Talking about nonsense. I was just reading a story where Nikki Haley, somebody put a bird cage outside her hotel room, and it was supposedly from the Trump campaign after the former president called her a bird brain.
Oh, God.
Oh, good Lord.
Is this not just...
These people are just too stupid.
Trump needs to grow up.
Trump is
Needs
just
to
so
grow up.
childish.
Yes, he is.
I watched
So
a lot of
childish.
his...
So I put a stroller outside the house.
I watched a lot of his
I'll let Jill
speaking
push him around.
engagements this weekend.
With a pacifier.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get called woke again, but...
Hello, Tim. What's up?
He ain't even worth really talking about.
I agree with
He
that.
ain't.
Just you, Tim. It's all about you.
What's up,
I
Tim?
mean, just really. I get to sit watching it.
I can't watch
just
him.
watch clips.
Yeah.
I told the guy the other day, if that's the only entertainment we can find on TikTok, they can have it. And you see a lot of it. Of him and some more. But the reason I'm calling today, I wanted to wish a late happy birthday to Theo Jr. He was born 3 years ago
Wow.
yesterday.
Oh,
happy birthday.
hello, little
The
Theo.
Democrat, he got him a carrot.
Oh, bet he was happy.
He just thought he's so special. Oh yeah, he's starting. He's old enough now, and like before Gus died away a while back. So he's on a whole lot now. He's gotten old enough. He's manhood. So yeah, I come in the yard and he holler, and then
that's
then the
good.
girls will holler.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's sweet. He gets a whole lot of looks. And all. I told Diane the other day, I said, well, if we ever have a name him Tom Tillis, and I said, I'm going to write to him and give him a picture.
Get a
Oh,
big
that'd
old.
be good. Yeah.
Yeah, you could get a big old sash made.
Woo, yeah.
Put around him.
But, yeah, that's what I want to call about it in the news. I'm so
Happy
glad that
birthday,
they
little Theo.
did a continuance on the shutdown. They've continued it to November. So
Yeah.
my wife still gets to go to work. She had to go to work. She was going to have to go to work this morning anyway to do one or two things, either go to work or start shutdown procedures.
Mm-hmm.
And so she got and she had to work yesterday and Saturday trying to finish up some stuff.
Just in case, yeah.
Which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But now she gets to keep a job at least till November, and it's happened before. So our fine federal government is just really rolling on. And one more thing I want to say, y'all were talking about some stuff last week, and this also, well, we're talking about Republican and Democrat. I have said this, and I wish it would happen, but it never will. I wish our local government would go to a nonpartisanship. We would not have.
Good
we
luck.
may not have the mess we have right now with our county commission system.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But, I really wish it would go nonpartisan. I won't ever see it, but that has been my thought for many years. We just don't need that a lot of politics, and I overall our county commissioners, I'm pleased with most of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that I give my hats off. It's a rough job, and if it's a job you think you might want, run and see what happens. And you get behind closed doors, you start learning the nuts and the bolts and responsibilities you got. You'll say, a lot of them don't remember. You'll say, yeah, I think I'd rather be on Phil Lane's side. He was across the podium because he used to give him a fit back in his day.
Yeah.
And my hat's off to them to doing what they can do with what they got to work with. I hate that Shannon. In fact, I tried to reach out to Sherry Griffin. I had some questions I wanted to ask her, and it didn't have anything pertaining to what has happened. I was just kind of looking at the future, and I just had a couple of questions I wanted to ask her, but I haven't heard from her, and I probably won't. But I just want to say my hat's off to her. Agreed with her or not. Sometimes, most time I did. Sometimes I didn't. I agree with y'all. I think she's one of the greatest county managers we've had. Now she worked her butt off during Florence, and I gained a lot of respect for her during Florence. I really did.
Oh, she absolutely did. Lost her entire house, all her belongings, all of it.
Came through, yeah.
Well, this last
I
storm,
felt sorry for her. I really did.
I can remember Robin telling her to go home at the EOC during Florence, and she was trying to argue with him. I say, I need to. He's like, you get over there. You don't have nothing. I mean, go try to fish your stuff out of the water. This time she came back. This storm,
and
she came back from
early.
a vacation.
She cut her vacation early to come back.
Yeah, because she said, I need to be here.
She needed to be here.
Yeah.
So that's.
And I'm just and being a county commissioner up there on that board that I've ever totally agreed with at every issue, and and I never will.
Right.
I'm too simple minded. I am a very simple minded person, and I don't believe in. I believe in right and wrong, and that's my wife will tell you that's his biggest problem. He don't do fair. He'll do right and wrong, but he won't do fair. I should tell you that with no. But no, I just want to say that. But I wanted to wish Theo Jr. a happy late birthday.
Happy birthday, Theo
Happy birthday,
Jr. Yeah.
TJ.
Thanks, Tim.
Yep, TJ. Yep. But we'll talk to y'all later. Y'all
See you
be
later.
good.
Bye,
All
Tim.
right, Timmy, you take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Last break here. You're live in Local Real Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only carpet protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom shower, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997, with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
The Burrow Restaurant and Bar in Swansboro is hiring. We're currently looking for experienced line cooks and expos. If you're hardworking, reliable, have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. The Burrow is open 7 days a week. Stop by for an application. Our sister restaurant, Il Cigno Italiano, is also hiring line cooks, expos, and bartenders. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding team. The Burrow Restaurant on Front Street and Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue, both in Swansboro.
Hurricane season is here, and if you're not prepared, now's Time to visit Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morehead Plaza in Morehead City. Whether for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Williams Hardware has the tools and accessories to help protect against high winds and water. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fast electrical supplies. Williams Hardware, your helpful handy hardware store, also cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill for Williams Hardware. 3011B Bridges Street, Morehead Plaza in Morehead City. Williams Hardware is open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware 252-726-7158 and be prepared this hurricane season.
Wismart and Chappie's Chicken. And for over 50 years, Great Gas and Oil Company has kept our community comfortable year-round with quality heating and cooling products and dependable service. In addition to service, Great Gas and Oil Company does generators, tankless water heaters, and quality appliance repair. For service, phone 910-347-7138. Locally owned and operated by Jerry and Jeff Allen and Bobby and Louise Williams.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we are back again for the last couple of minutes of the show here. Just relaying about the doggy that we found, or he found us over the weekend, Saturday morning, 4:30 in the morning. The Ring doorbell thing goes off.
Ding, ding,
So I woke up. Of course, I went there prepared for something else.
You did.
Just you never know. It could be a mad grizzly bear or something out there. You never can tell. So anyway, the dog he came over to me, and then put it out on Facebook, and finally I found something that Facebook was good for, because a whole bunch of people hit it.
Yep.
And then we ended up through 4 connections, I think, different people who, anyway, the guy called me. He was giving my numbers. He lives right behind us over here on the other street. And the dog with invisible fence collar has died.
Okay.
And he kept the dog inside, gave orders, don't let the dog out until he could change the battery on Saturday. Anyway, the dog got out somehow or another, came over here. So I just kept him in the backyard until about 8 o'clock, and Robbie headed over to our vet to get him scanned, because they do that. She called in advance. I said, oh, absolutely. I called out there before she got inside, and I said, come on back. His name is Roscoe. So as soon as the guy called me, and I went ahead and went outside, and Robbie waited for Robbie and Robbie come back. I got him outside on a leash, sitting on the front porch, and when the car drives over, he recognized the car.
He did. He knew it.
And he turned in right in the driveway, and Roscoe's tail starts wagging. And the guy gets outside, and he says, hey, Roscoe, what are you doing? And Roscoe just went absolutely fun, friendly, having a good time.
He was excited.
He was excited. They were both excited.
I only have one thing to say. Kelly, close your ears because you're going to yell at me. Who let the dog out?
Who let the dog out? I knew I was going to do it too, but I didn't do it.
That's just bad. That's just bad.
Okie dokie. We'll be back in here tomorrow, and we have a couple of folks tomorrow, don't we?
Yes, we do. It's October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're going to have 2 ladies from the Cancer Center from Onslow Memorial Hospital coming in and talk about it.
Wonderful.
Prevention.
Yes, prevention is a key here too. Catch it early, and you stand a really good chance. But you got to catch it early.
That's right.
If you don't know what to look for, pay attention. Okay, we will be back tomorrow morning in about 22 hours. Have a good rest of your day. I'm going to probably head over to Carteret County here. Hopefully that will take me in this morning.
I hope so.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's beginning to aggravate me again. You're live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. Fox News is now, and at 10 o'clock this morning, another dose of your Daily D's with Rick. Rick will hand it off to Hollywood Man in the house at 3 o'clock. That's 1500 your time this afternoon. Have a great day.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, 246 CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Donald Trump says he will be in a New York courtroom for a civil trial tied to his business practices. taking to Truth Social his platform bashing the judge.
He said, quote, he should resign from the bench and